and hello world, I'm General and this is episode 8 of Tech Conclave, the Global Geek News Patrol. These are top news headlines handpicked from the Geekosphere. Samsung S8000 to rival iPhone 3GS. Safari 4 hype dwarfed by Firefox 3 downloads. WordCamp at University of Texas at Dallas. Max Payne 3 scheduled for release this winter. Tech Conclave now on iTunes. And for Geek of the Week, we have Stephen Heywood from thetechbuzz.net. A week after iPhone 3GS was announced, Samsung unleashed a smartphone called S8000 Jet. Is this going to be a threat to iPhone 3GS? We have Tom Maxwell for the news report.
Earlier this week, Samsung launched a new smartphone called the Samsung Jet. The phone boasts a fast 800 MHz processor, leaving all other smartphones for dust, as the average of a high-end smartphone until now was 600 MHz. The phone boasts many new features including Microsoft Exchange Active Sync Push Email, one-finger zoom, 3.1-inch ultra-bright display with a resolution of 4 times higher than the WQ VGA standard. It has a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus and an LED flash, face detection and geotagging. It can record video at 30 frames per second at MPEG-4 and of course a music player that can play just about any format. The memory on the Jet is either 2GB or 8GB integrated, and you have the option of expanding this of up to 16GB via a micro SD card. The battery life expectancy is about 300 minutes of talk time for 3G, and for 2G you're going to get around 490, and the standby time is around 400 hours. The phone also comes with a new web browser called Dolphin, which promises to make mobile browsing much easier with features like multi-window browsing, advanced bookmarking, and a sophisticated ad blocker. But is the Samsung Jet an iPhone beater? In my opinion, despite the advanced specifications, sadly no, because of the Apple App Store allowing iPhone users to make the most of their iPhone. But as with most things, only time will tell. This has been Tom Maxwell, Tech Conclave correspondent, Yorkshire, from the United Kingdom.
Safari 4 was recently released and generated so much hype as Apple claims it to be the world's fastest web browser to date. We have Gerardo Velasco to bring us light about this.
Apple Safari's 4 web browser just hit the download area, creating much hype and talk after it was recently released from its beta version. Safari's new capabilities include a wide range of user interactivity and style, with its new cover flow, support for look and feel for Windows Vista and XP, and its HTML web page load speed 4 times faster than Firefox, according to Apple. While many of its looks and speed have increased, its security features have stayed the same, a downside to Apple Safari 4. Safari 4 has in fact already topped 11 million downloads in its first 3 days of its release, a download mark very impressive considering more than 6 million of its downloads were for Windows-based users. Although this is a very high number, it didn't get anywhere near Firefox's number of downloads for 3.0.11, pulling 150 million downloads in 24 hours as Mozilla's Data reported. With more than 300 million active users of Firefox, Mozilla is still miles ahead of Safari and Internet Explorer in terms of its users and its community. With so much competition between these major browsers, there is still a decision to make in choosing one. While Microsoft resorts to charitable donations to make its Internet Explorer browser downloads increase, and Apple claims misleading Safari download numbers, Firefox wins because it's simply better. Gerardo Velasco, Tech correspondent, Harvard, California.
A WordCamp is going to be held on June 27-28 at University of Texas at Dallas, Richardson, Texas. Entry to the said conference will cost only $30 and lets you meet prominent internet bloggers, marketers, and geeks such as Tony Cicala, Callie Lewis, Liz Strauss, Laurel Van Fossen, and the founder of WordPress himself, Matt Mullenweg, and many more. WordCamp is an informal, community-organized conference that focuses on everything WordPress. Everyone from casual users to core developers participate, share ideas, and socialize in the said event. Max Payne is going to come back this year on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Microsoft Windows platforms.
Rockstar Games is bringing back its fallen hero from their famous third-person shooter franchise, Max Payne. In Max Payne 3, Max has returned many years later after the murder of his family to bring justice and pain to those who had made his life a nightmare. Moving away from the familiar New York City scene, Max travels to a foreign place in South America to finish off what he had started. But Remedy Games no longer working on Max Payne 3. Rockstar Games is taking over the franchise from this point. Rockstar Games is trying to build to the game but also keep the familiar and favorable features from Max Payne 1 and 2, so that newcomers and old fans to the franchise will all enjoy this game. Max Payne 3 looks to be a very pleasing game to all gamers. Max Payne 3 is to be released winter of 2009. Jordan Haleakala, Tech Correspondent, Alhambra, California.
To our viewers who are iTunes users, we have a good news for you.
Good news to Tech Conclave avid viewers, geeks, and technology enthusiasts. Tech Conclave, the Global Geek News Patrol, is now on iTunes.
This is General, and this is episode 2 of Tech Conclave.
Jonathan Escobar, Tech Correspondent, Sarasota, Florida.
Our Geek of the Week is Stephen Heywood. Who is Stephen Heywood in the geekosphere?
I'm a tech show host. I'm also a youth pastor and media specialist at my church. I got into technology in college just by working on people's computers and read a lot of books and did a lot of different things that helped me gain knowledge and experience in technology. And currently I own thetechbuzz.net and run a live show there on ustream.tv. And I have a great community of people and geeks out there in the geekosphere.
What are your other fields of interest besides computers?
It's got to be the church and my youth group. Like I said, I am the youth pastor there, and I have a great time working with the kids and working with the teens and helping them grow and mature and get a lot of things and teach them a lot of things. And I like to involve technology in that, and it's good to be a geek.
Bo Sinclair, Tech Correspondent, Bright, Victoria, Australia.
If you have suggestions, comments, or questions about this episode, email me at techconclave@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.techconclave.com. I want to thank Brad again for this wonderful microphone that he sponsored. He's my co-host at techofcast.info, and I can't overstate how much it improved Tech Conclave's audio quality. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Subscribe to Tech Conclave and donate. And always remember, it's good to be a geek.
Watch the wrath of God on a black screen, 'cause mustache. Man,